Canaanites. In Canaan, like elsewhere in the region, the people went on to develop an advanced civilization. They lived in large cities with magnificent palaces and temples. They had writing, mathematics and a calendar. They also became great artisans, creating beautiful works of art. The main cities of Canaan were Jericho, Yagarit, Tyre, Sidon, Elba, Byblos, Lachish, Hatzor and Megiddo, Jerusalem and later, the North African Phoenician settlement of Carthage. Like all the other ancient societies, the Canaanites had many gods, but their main gods were El and his son Baal, with El being the supreme god. The main Canaanite goddess was Akhenaten, the lady of the sea, or Elat the goddess. She was El's loving consort and his protective mother of her 70 children, who may also be known as the gracious gods, to whom she is both mother and nursemaid. Initially Astarte is one of her children, but over time the two became merged in some cultures. Canaanite goddesses were worshipped in many lands under different names. Throughout its existence, Canaan's history was one of Egyptian domination. Sometimes this took the form of loose oversight, and sometimes it took the form of direct overlordship with garrisoned troops. The reason for this close involvement was that Canaan provided a buffer zone for Egypt's security, and was the route outgoing north and east, for Egyptian trade and military excursions. Not to mention the famous Canaanite cedar trees that Egypt was dependent upon for its building projects. Later called the Cedars of Lebanon. The introduction of bronze in the early Bronze Age, 3000 to 2000 BC, brought about a cultural revolution marked by the development of metallurgy, and a decline in pottery. By the Middle Bronze Age, 2000 to 1550 BC, Amorites, who were originally nomads from the desert regions to the east, and southern Anatolia, modern Turkey, had penetrated Canaan and were inhabiting the hilly areas around the cities. From these hills, they launched raids and harassment attacks against the cities. The name Canaanites is attested, many centuries later, as the endonym of the people later known to the ancient Greeks from 500 BC as Phoenicians. And following the emigration of Canaanite speakers to Carthage, was also used as a self-designation by the Punics, Charnani, during late antiquity. This mirrors later usage in later books of the Hebrew Bible, such as at the end of the book of Zechariah, where it is thought to refer to a class of merchants or to non-monotheistic worshippers in Israel or the neighboring Sidon and Tyre, as well as in its single independent usage in the New Testament, where it is alternated for Syro-Phoenician in two parallel passages. Within this text I have confirmation of these so-called gods under many names in many places, and the most interesting part to me is the Syro-Phoenician. It's very likely that it is taken from the name Oshio-Syros, another name of Osiris, Poseidon, Thoth. Please share, like or subscribe for more ancient